A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of public dissent, anti-migrant protests erupted across the UK this weekend, particularly outside hotels housing asylum seekers. The unrest follows a series of incidents and growing public concern over immigration policies, leading to increased scrutiny of the Labour government's handling of the asylum system. Police were called to separate rival groups in cities like Bristol and Liverpool, where tensions flared amidst accusations of public safety threats. The backdrop to these protests is a recent incident involving a migrant charged with sexual assault, which has fueled fears and anger among local communities. In response to the ongoing unrest, the UK government has announced plans to reform the asylum appeals process, aiming to expedite decisions and eliminate the costly use of hotel accommodations for asylum seekers. As it stands, the average appeal takes a staggering 53 weeks, contributing to a significant backlog that has become a focal point of public frustration. The Labour government, under Prime Minister Keir Starmer, is under immense pressure to deliver on its promise to end the use of hotels for asylum seekers, a move that has been criticized for costing taxpayers billions. The situation has become increasingly complex, with the latest statistics revealing that over 32,000 asylum seekers were temporarily housed in hotels as of March this year. The government's commitment to reform comes at a time when asylum applications have reached an all-time high, with over 111,000 applications recorded in the past year alone. Critics argue that the current system is overwhelmed, with more than 106,000 cases waiting to be processed, including a substantial number of appeals. The Labour government has pledged to establish an independent body to handle asylum appeals more efficiently, a step that aims to alleviate the burden on the existing judicial system. Interior Minister Yvette Cooper emphasized the need for immediate action, stating, "We inherited an asylum system in complete chaos with a soaring backlog of asylum cases and a broken appeals system." The government's new measures aim to prioritize cases involving foreign national offenders and expedite the processing of asylum claims, hoping to restore order and control over the asylum system. However, the political landscape remains fraught with tension as hard-right parties like Reform UK, led by Nigel Farage, continue to gain traction by advocating for stricter immigration controls. Farage has proposed drastic measures, including mass deportations and withdrawal from the European Convention on Human Rights, further complicating the already contentious debate surrounding immigration. Amidst this turmoil, public sentiment appears to be shifting, with immigration emerging as a top concern for voters. The protests, organized under the Abolish Asylum System banner, have drawn attention to the perceived failures of the Labour government to manage the asylum crisis effectively. Demonstrations took place in various locations, including Solihull, Dudley, and Epping, where police were deployed to maintain order. Some protests turned violent, leading to several arrests for offenses ranging from public disorder to assault. The government's efforts to address the asylum crisis come at a critical juncture, as it seeks to balance public safety concerns with humanitarian obligations. The protests have highlighted the growing divide within communities regarding the treatment of asylum seekers, with many advocating for a more compassionate approach, while others demand immediate action to curb immigration. As the Labour government grapples with these challenges, the future of the UK's asylum system hangs in the balance, with the potential for further unrest if meaningful changes are not implemented swiftly. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.